me, Dr. Wright. So this is gonna be my video submission for our final Loom. Sorry about my unreasonable smile. My roommate just walked in as I was filming my last one. But this is the comparing and contrasting of Ghost in Rwanda and Hotel Rwanda. So I said that both movies, while telling the same story, have slightly different takes on the events that went down and like what truly happened. The harm that was done over this period of time was honestly detrimental, and without the true nature of its brutality being captured in both of these films, there's a lot about the Rwandan genocide that would have never seen the light of day, I feel, anyway. And like one of my biggest takeaways from both of the films actually was that this information is so vital to show the public, and that it's important that we don't forget what happened. One of the most important things that we can do for ourselves is to remind us of the past in order to avoid repeating the same mistakes, which also goes along with a little modern day thing we got going on with banning books and banning movies and education, because that is going to be so harmful to actually knowing our history and the history of other places. Like banning Anne Frank's diary is insane, but that's a totally different topic. Anyway, I said that Ghost of Rwanda, I feel, is a much better representation of the genocide itself, because it had the real people, it had the real footage, the events captured actually like portray the events. That was redundant, but like in a better light, one that actually pulls on people's heartstrings and like kind of puts you in their shoes more. I don't think that Hotel Rwanda gave the same appeal, even though like it had like blips of real footage. I don't think that it was the same at all. And honestly, even like with its brutality, it felt like a romanticized version of the truth, which, if I'm being honest, I found a little disturbing. Like, the love story of Paul and his wife and his family was beautiful and heartbreaking, but I felt like the movie itself, the film itself, was kind of, the message was a little lost, because we focused so heavily on like Paul and what he was doing and his family. Like the whole time we were watching it, I was so concerned about his family, and was Paul gonna die, and were all these people that he was helping gonna be okay. But it was more about him and less about like the country conflict itself, if that makes sense. But Ghost of Rwanda is the whole story, and you get the like interviews with people telling their story, that but it's multiple people. It's not like a main character and his family. You know what I mean? I just felt like they were so different in that way, and like seeing the comparison from, I'm not gonna lie, I finished Ghost of Rwanda today, but after watching the film in class and then like going back and finishing Ghost of Rwanda, it was like night and day. There was a story with main characters, and it felt wrong. So like going back and seeing Ghost of Rwanda was just, and like obviously they are similar, they're telling a similar story of events that happened in Rwanda, but they're so different in the way that they're made. Honestly, I prefer Ghost of Rwanda, even though it was like a little more soul crushing. I just think that it's better as far as like remembering history and the importance of knowing what really happened, instead of focusing on Paul and his family. But yeah, that's it. Thanks.